Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be going over the Darkness Ablaze set. At least most of the cards. There are a couple cards we don't quite have yet, or at least we don't have the entire translations of, but most of them we have the translation of. If the couple cards, notably Mew and Galarian Slowbro V, have particularly good um, abilities or attacks, I may go over those at some point, but we're just going to have to hope that they don't have a huge impact on the format, and we're just going to go ahead and go over what we have so far. Just like our Rebel Clash set review, I'm going to be giving each notable card a rating 1 out of 5. 1 means it could be a decent, gimmicky deck, maybe see a little bit of play, a little bit of success here and there, but probably not going to be too great. 2 stars, maybe sees a couple results, has a couple good events that it just does well at. 3 stars, mediocre card, decent support, has a decent amount of results, and is pretty good. 4 stars is either a really good support card or a card that has a really solid deck that's seeing a good amount of results. And 5 stars is a card that is absolutely format changing or is one of the best decks in the format. So remember to like this video if you enjoy it, subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out in growing our channel. And make sure, if you have a little bit to spare, check out our Patreon. We also really want to try and grow our channel. That way you'll get access to a bunch of cool stuff. And we're looking to grow our channel, so that's a great way to support us. So let's just get right into this video. We're going to go ahead and start off with the Butterfree V and V-Max. Butterfree V, nothing too notable. But what we really want to look at here is the V-Max. You do 150 damage, and then you poison and confuse your opponent. I really can't possibly see this ever being good. I would give it maybe 2 stars at the most, but I would think it's a 1-star card. Seems pretty gimmicky. Its HP is not very high for VMAXs at 300. Kind of shocking to say that, but 300 is now kind of just average for VMAXs, or even low. It's got the same amount as Morpeko, and 150 is a little bit underwhelming. The conditions are nice. You do poison and confuse them. You could potentially pair it with Parasite. I'm unsure if that's rotating, though. So it could be an okay Pokemon, but I really don't think it's going to see too much play. We have the Parasite line. I really don't think that's anything notable. You paralyze on a coin flip as an evolved Pokemon, probably not too great. Carnivine, you return. We've seen that before. It's no good. And some healing, probably not going to be a great card. The monkeys, not looking too great either. Carablast, Shelmet, and Excelgor, nothing notable there. We have Rowlet. Could be interesting, but what we really want to focus on here is Decidueye. The Rowlet could potentially be decent with I believe, yeah, we got Bird Keeper, so could be decent just sniping 60. I think if you are building Decidueye, it's a little bit unfortunate that it has 60 HP, so something like Dragapult VMAX can just hit it, or 50 HP, not 60. So you could use the other Rowlet, or you could just use this one and have Wind Pebbles. Maybe play it as a 2-2 or 3-1 split. Dirtrix is not very notable at all. You may as well just use the other ones. But Decidueye, I believe Decidueye is a really strong Pokemon. It can certainly be played around, and its attack isn't super notable, although 90 for 2 energies, just like Obstagoon, except you can't be paralyzed and have your ability stop working. It's always there, so some decks are certainly going to have to adapt to that. And 20 on bench Pokemon does stack up. You can use Mr. Mime from Team Up to prevent Scoop Up Net. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff. I don't believe Serena is particularly notable. Or I forgot to give the Decidueye. I would say that's at least a 3-star, 3 out of 5. Could be more, could be less. We really haven't seen the format shape up yet, so we really don't know how good it's going to be. This is the first time I'm seeing some of these cards. I have started to print proxies, and we will get those up onto the channel pretty soon. Just make sure to let us know in the comments below what decks you would like to see us make and test. We do love suggestions, and if you've been sticking around in this channel for at least a few months, you will know that we love to take suggestions from you guys for videos. Yeah, Serena not looking like it's gonna be anything too great. A little bit of disruption there, but at this point you may as well just play Inteleon, as Pikarom is getting hit pretty hard by rotation. Yeah, probably not gonna do anything there. Golisopod, maybe a 1 or 2 star card. It's decent. You can hit a pretty decent amount of damage with Adversity Slash. So doing 80 if they have 1 V or GX in play. 130 if they have 2. If they have a full board, then you're hitting 330, but that's super unlikely. I'd say the most you can ever hit with this is like 180, which is decent on a 1-prize attacker, but I don't feel like it can be chained, and they can just potentially play around it and reduce your damage output. So maybe 1 star, a tech card in some decks just to deal a big hit with a 1-prize attacker. We have Charizard V-Max, and this is a card I'm actually really unsure about how it's going to work out. As far as I can tell, I feel like it's just a worse version of Reshiram and Charizard. You do have a decent amount more HP, you have a 300 damage attack, and Welder can just refuel those 2 energy every turn. I might be building a deck around this at some point, but I really have no idea how good it's gonna be. For now, I'm not seeing anything too great with the deck. But maybe 2 stars could be a decent deck, maybe 3 depending on how the meta shapes up. Flareon, I did some research. As far as I can tell, it's not very good. I know you guys can't see it here, but it's not very good, not something you'll need to worry about. Houndoom V, Searing Flame allows you to burn, which is decent. Special conditions haven't really been that great, but Compensation Flame, you can reliably do 200 damage. Maybe run a Jinx or something. Pretty easy to get damage counters on your bench Pokemon if that's what your deck is built around. Especially with the new, the new Spikemuth Stadium card. We'll get to that later. So Houndoom, maybe give it 1 star, maybe 2. I really just don't see it being very good. 200 isn't a huge amount, and it can be one-shotted by Eternatus pretty easily. We got Blaziken. Might have been decent last format, but I feel like with Pikarom getting hit really hard by rotation, it would be super difficult for it to do well. And I don't believe there's going to be any huge grass types coming out with the new set. So, and grass, hasn't been a huge deal. Maybe, if Rillaboom does see an up, Rillaboom does start to see a little bit more play, then maybe something could happen there, but I really don't see it being a huge threat with Baby Blacephalon as another available fire attacker. So maybe 1 star at the most. No, I don't see Heatran being played. Maybe as a 1 of in fire decks, but probably not. Yeah, nothing too great here. Volcarona could be interesting, but probably no good. Got Talonflame. You burn whenever it gets hit, which is okay, but it's a pretty bad attack overall. 3 energy, 120 is a fire type, but I still don't feel like it's that great. So we have Centiskorch V and V-Max. G-Max Centiferno. This attack does 40 more damage for each fire energy attached to the Pokemon. You can attach a fire energy from your discard pile to the Pokemon after calculating damage for the attack. Seems like it's okay. You have Welder, you have your own acceleration. You're probably not getting one-shotted. Seems like it could be decent, but I feel like it might just be getting outclassed by something like Eternatus V-Max. I don't know. We will see how the meta shapes up. Maybe 2 out of 5 at the most. And then I don't think Centiskorch V is worth that much discard energy. It's decent energy denial, but if you're playing Centiskorch V, you're probably playing Centiskorch V-Max. Galarian Mr. Rime, our first of the Mad Party attackers. I knew I'd have to get to this one eventually. Could be potentially played with like Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia. I really don't think Mad Party can keep up. Like, if you look at Night March or Lost March, Lost March saw a little bit of play when it first came out, but was never very good because it was just too underwhelming. An evolution deck. I think with this deck we have a couple available attackers, but you have to attack with some other stuff too as well. And then its ability. Yeah, its ability is pretty interesting. I might want to play around with it, but I still don't see any great use for it. It is once during your turn, so you can do you can do a little bit of disruption there. Unfortunately, Jirachi Prism is rotating out, so you could run that and really punish combozation decks, but of course that's being rotated, so none of that is going to happen. So I'd say Mr. Rime by himself, not going to be worth much, maybe 1 star, and then the Mad Party deck as a whole, maybe 1 or 2 stars. Suicune, nothing too notable. Melodic, also nothing too great. Let's see, Relicanth, decent fossil search. I could see it being played if fossils do become a thing, like maybe Arctozolt, Galarian Curse spread could be something to experiment with. Another monkey. I'm not sure why this Paras is here. Go ahead and take a look. This is supposed to be the Darmanitan. Nothing too notable. Must just be an incorrect image. Yeah, I really don't see the Darmanitan being very good, though. We have Vanillux. Paralysis on a coin flip isn't terrible. We have, like, Will. So maybe it could be played, but I really don't see it being that good. We have Beartic. Nope, nothing good there. Wishy-washy, not looking like it's too good. The Deep Sea Swirl, shuffle, and then draw 8 cards. That actually seems decent in the early game. Certainly going to be good for pre-release decks, but I don't think there's anything beyond that. It looks like they have the wrong image for Toxapex as well. I don't see anything good there. Let's see. We got Dracovish, evolves from the I think it's rare fossil. Yeah, if it's your active Pokemon, your opponent can't play Pokemon from your hand. Oh, that could be really interesting. If evolution, that could really punish Decidueye. Yeah, if you were playing a deck and you were really concerned about Decidueye, I guess you could just run that and then just punish them. Arctovish, I don't see anything great there. Nectric, nah. So Vikavolt V is actually one of the first decks I printed out. I've been having a lot of fun with the deck. It's actually an insane deck once you get your initial lock off. I've been playing with Amoonguss, just sleep, and they can't play items, so if they don't run Tate and Liza, then they can't do anything. I believe Tate and Liza is rotating, actually. So yeah, they just can't do anything if they don't, if as long as they're not flipping double heads from Slumbering Forest. It's an incredibly strong lock deck, but it can be exploited. If they flip a double heads, then you can be punished really hard. But Paralyzing Bolt is super strong. Seismitoad coming back in the standard format in the form of Vikavolt. And Super Zap Cannon is not a terrible alternative if you need to one-shot something for game. Something like that. So I would give Vikavolt... Here, I've been forgetting to give stuff ratings, right? Yeah, like Relicanth probably 1. Dracovish probably also 1. But Vikavolt, I feel like it's really strong. I would give it 4 out of 5, but that's just me. Maybe in reality it's more of a 3 out of 5. Or even a 2, but I would give it a 4 just because I like it so much. Tapu Koko, nothing there. Toxtricity, Risk Taker. Going to heads, discard 5 cards from the top of your opponent's deck. Oh, wow. Jeez, with Will, that might actually be decent? I'm not sure where they gave that attack to Toxtricity, but Toxtricity doesn't seem like a very mill-ish Pokemon. But that could be cool. Maybe experiment with that a little bit with some Will. Maybe some of that new stadium that lets you flip coins twice. Dracozolt, not looking too great there. Giga Impact, 200 damage for 4 energies, not looking too great. We got the Numbing Vortex, and if your opponent touches an energy, yeah, okay, so Arctozolt, I have a good feeling that that card could be played. You just completely shut down Babylons if you have 2 of them out, because they're getting hit for 40 every time they touch an energy. So if you just have 2 of those on board, Babylon can never win the game. So I would give that card 2 or 3, and Toxtricity, I'd say it's still a 1. Even though it could be worth playing around with. Wigglytuff. On double heads, you hit 180, still nothing too great. We have Mew V. I don't believe we have any information on that card yet. So we may do a video updating on that, but I really don't know how good it's actually going to be. We have Gardevoir V, 200 if it was healed. You got the dubious canned goods, so potentially something there. Got a lot of healing going on with the Gardevoir V-Max, hitting for 180, and healing with the Malolana and maybe dubious canned goods. You can heal a huge amount of damage and just make a tanky deck. The only problem is that it's weak to Zacian V, and ADP Zacian is looking to be really strong in this format. So I would keep away from Gardevoir V-Max for now until we at least see how the meta shapes up. So maybe 1 out of 5 for now. Nothing great here. Gothitelle has a little bit of disruption. Maybe like a crazy, I don't know, I think Meganium's rotating, but maybe some sort of crazy rare candy deck with Gothitelle and Hatterene. Hand Denial. Kind of like Trevenor, but I don't even know. Lunatone, not looking too good. Golurk, I have been waiting for a while to see a good Golurk, and still nothing. Golurk is a Pokemon I've really liked for a while. Because when I got into Pokemon, I'm not sure, I think Golurk, I don't know, it just stood out to me for some reason. My friend really liked it, and so I guess I just enjoyed it as well. Dedenne, another Mad Party attacker. You guys know what I think of the Mad Party deck. Not too great of a deck. Got the Poltergeist, another attacker for the Mad Party deck. Not great. Its ability is decent. It gives you a good draw engine, kind of like Trade, but you can only get rid of Mad Party Pokemon. We do only have a maximum of 300 damage from Mad Party, because that's all we have access to. Maybe an expanded you could do more, but I really don't think that Mad Party has a chance of being too good. This Mimikyu here, I feel like Mimikyu's at least a 4-star card. You got the Heal Stop, just Yeah, that would completely shut down Gardevoir V-Max. But Heal Stop prevents Malwanlana because the order of operations of Pokemon really, yeah, the way it works out, Mimikyu just prevents Malwanlana from doing anything. So it could be decent if tanking, healing decks become a thing in the format. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I'm really tired right now, but the quarantine vibes getting to me. Yeah, Dig Trio not looking too great. Prevent coin flips and not great. Got this Mountain Swing. Discard 5 cards from your deck and do 250 for 4 energies. Classic Tyranitar. Swinging for huge amounts, but also a big drawback that could just result in you just losing the game because you discard like 3 rare candies and you just lose. That's pretty cool. Flygon. Prevent retreat, and then... Dang, I mean, if they have a Stadium in play, it's decent. I really don't think it could see much play 1-star at the most. Rhyperior V, interesting. We don't see like a V-Max or anything, but Heavy Rock Cannon. Yeah, looking pretty mediocre. I'd say 1-star. Pretty bad. Yeah, you do a little bit of discard. You tank a little bit. You still get 1 tripization. If it had 240, I'd say it might have a chance, but 230 is just way too low. Alright, next page of cards here. We got Crobat V, obviously a 5-star card. Absurdly good. It's just Shaman, but you can only use it once per turn, which limits its ability to be chained, but it's still absurdly good. Draw power is super important in this format. Or just in general. It's really, really good. I see no reason that it's anything worse than 5 out of 5. Ariados. I don't see that being good, just Gust of Evolutions. VMAXs do get hit, but I really don't see it being that good compared to something with Boss's Orders in the format especially. Darkrai not looking too great. Maybe a back attacker on a Dark Box deck, but I don't see that being too good. Purloin Leopard, I really don't see anything great there. Hydreigon could be decent in a couple decks. I really don't see it being that good. The Zigzagoon should be the other Zigzagoon. There's no reason to play this one. The other one's just way better. And Hydreigon probably 2 stars in a couple decks. I don't know. Galarian Obstagoon could be worth experimenting. I feel like it's a stage 2 Pokemon. It's really, really good discard. But you can really limit their hand if you set it up. Maybe play it as a 3-1 split. Or maybe even 2-2 in an Obstagoon deck. I'd say 3-1. Because you just limit their hand. And you prevent them from doing anything crazy. Maybe even play like a Jesse and James in there too. Force them to discard down to 2. That could be pretty cool. Probably, I'd give it 2 stars. It's certainly worth experimenting with. Hoopa with Assault Gate. It's great in dark decks. It's a decent 1-prize attacker, and it does 180 to Dragapult, which could still be good even with the next card I wanted to mention, Eternatus and Grimmsnarl. 2 Dark-type VMAXs. I feel like Eternatus just outshines Grimmsnarl by far, but Grimmsnarl could be worth experimenting with. Hydreigon. Let's see, 50 more for each dark. Attached to the Pokemon in addition to attack cost. So if you have 5 dark on there, then you can swing for 270 damage. Pretty mediocre, because Eternatus, if you have 9 dark Pokemon on board, swings for 270, because of its obscenely good ability. You can just bench Crobats, Zigzagoons, all kinds of crazy stuff. And yeah, Eternatus, I'd say Grimmsnarl 2 stars, but Eternatus at least 4, probably 5. It's a super good card. We have the Aggron line. Nothing I don't think it's that good. Galarian Stunfisk. I mean, yeah. Klinklang, not very good. Galarian Stunfisk V. That I think it looks like more of a meme kind of card, but it could be worth experimenting with. I'd give it 2 stars right now. Metal Skin is a pretty cool ability with Metal Saucer and Turbo Patch in the format. Copper Raja, I really don't think it could be that good. 240 is a good number to be hitting. You one-shot stuff like Pikarom, even if it's not going to be that relevant. 190 is a lot. You still get one-shot optimization. Can't be affected by special conditions. Could be decent. And Kangas, yeah, so I'd still give it 1 star. Evolution decks are pretty hard to set up, even though it's only a stage 1. Maybe 2 stars, depending on how good the format is. Got Kangaskhan, Retaliate, yep, nothing good there. Eevee is not looking too great, but did take a look at that earlier. Tauros, not looking too great either. Furret, no. Dunsparce could be interesting, 1 star at the most. It's just mill. Yeah, we got Dokkaebi, nothing great there. Nothing too great here. A lot of not great cards. Salamence V-Max, I feel like it's another mediocre V-Max Pokemon. I'd give it 2 stars, maybe 3, depending on how the meta shapes up for it. I kind of just want to build like a Salamence V Arctozolt deck and just try and use Transflight. And just ignore Salamence V-Max. Maybe play it as a 1-up for that Twin Sonic. But, I don't know, that's just me. Starly could be okay in like a Sky Circus Birdkeeper deck. Swanna again. You can do 140, discard a card from your hand for free if you played Birdkeeper. Pretty mediocre. I don't see any of these Birdkeeper cards being too great. Greedent, it really depends how the meta shapes up. But Hit and Run for 100 damage, pretty good, especially if you're playing with like Decidueye or something. I don't know. I'd give it 1 star, but maybe you could go up to 2 or even 3, depending on how the meta shapes up for it. But don't be another Mad Party Pokemon, probably your main attacker if you're playing with the deck. I don't know. But, I don't even know how the Mad Party deck is gonna look. Probably not too great, though. Corviknight, I really don't think it's that good. Adversity Gloves really isn't too great. It just like prevents damage or something. Yeah, I already forgot what it did. It's that bad. So Big Parasol, I will prevent all so accept damage. It's not terrible. Prevents conditions and stuff. So the Birdkeeper deck, I'd probably give it 1 star. Big Parasol, maybe 1 or 2 stars, depending on how the meta shapes up around special conditions and other effects like that. Cheery Yellowhorn, I really see that being a gimmick, maybe in a couple decks. Maybe, I doubt it'd be in more than 1. I doubt it'll be played at all, in fact. So just maybe 2 stars for Big Parasol, 1 star for Birdkeeper, and 1 star for Cheery Yellowhorn. I'd give Glimwood Tangle. It really depends how good flipping decks are gonna be. Because it increases your chances by quite a bit. So, for example, if you wanted to, like, play Crushing Hammers, you could play Glimwood Tangle, and then you have a 75% chance of discarding their energy instead of a 50% chance, which is much better. Old Computer, I really don't see it being too good. With Glimwood Tangle, it's okay, because you have a 25% chance, so something like a 50%, I don't even know. It can't be that good in terms of the odds. Kabu, interesting draw support, but really depends on the deck. So I'd give Glimwood Tangle 2 stars, Old Computer, and Kabu 1 star each. Maybe Kabu is a 2-star card, depending on how the meta shapes up for it. Lookalike Bell, only great in mirror matches, depending how many decks end up in the format. Like, for example, if Eternatus takes up 40% of the format, then Lookalike Bell is going to be really good. But if it doesn't, then it's probably not going to be too great. Pyres, great support for Eternatus or Grimmsnarl, or just other dark decks in general. I'd give that 3 stars. Lookalike Bell, probably 1 star for now, depending on how the meta shapes up, maybe 2. Pokemon Breeders Nurturing, I'd give that 1 star. I just can't see it being too great. If you want to do something like that, just play more search cards. It's a supporter, so not too great. Rare Fossil, I would give the Fossil decks a chance. I'm not even sure how I want to rate that. It really depends on what you're trying to evolve into. So, not going to rate that one yet. If I had to give it a rating right now, I'd say 2 stars. depending on how good Arctisol is. You got Rose, choose 2 basic energy. I really can't see Rose being good. At the price of discarding your hand, and with V-Maxes, they normally take a hit. So, unless you're super worried about whiffing energy all the time, I really wouldn't play Rose. You got Rose Tower. It's during your turn. You can draw to let 3 cards in their hand, which isn't terrible. It's mediocre, it's fine. I really don't think I want to play it, though. Rotom Phone. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we'll give Rose a 1 star. I really can't give it much more than that. Rose Tower, I'd also give maybe 2 stars. Could be decent support in some decks. Very reminiscent of Instruct Oranguru. Got Rotom Phone. Yep, another 1-star trainer card. Mountainous Smoke. I can't see that being too good. Maybe in some sort of control deck, just prevent them from doing crazy stuff. But I feel like it might just be better to play more hand denial cards instead of that. But, so Spigma, depending on how the meta shapes up for it, could be a 1-star card, could be a 3-star card, who knows. Dubious Canned Goods. If Zacian somehow gets hit really badly and no one plays it, then Gardevoir V-Max could be good. But, I don't think Dubious Canned Goods can be very good, because it's only Psychic types. If it was just heal 80 from any Pokemon, it would be really good. But I'd say 1 star for now, but if Zacian gets hit really hard, then maybe 3 stars, maybe 2. Toughness Cape, I feel it's a 4-star card. It's incredibly good. Gives your basics more HP, so cannot be attached to GXs. But even so, you can attach it to something like Vikavolt V to give it 260 HP, which is ridiculous. You can give it to your Zacians to give them to 80. I know I'm trying to think about, like, other tanky Pokemon, but yeah, Toughness Cape, I'll give it 4 stars. 4 to 5. And then Turbo Patch. Turbo Patch is one of those cards. Some players love it, some players hate it. It's really a toss-up. I actually really love Turbo Patch as a card. I'm really into the flipping kind of cards. I would give it 4 stars. Some people might give it 1. Some might give it 5. Or anywhere in between. Who even knows? But, yeah, but Turbo Patch, I really like it. So, that's just my opinion on it, though. Heat Fire Energy. Provides 1 fire while it's attached to a Pokemon. And increases damage. I feel like, because it can't be Weldered. So, I feel like just being able to Welder and having that consistency just outclasses it. Maybe play it as like a 2-of in a fire deck. But I honestly don't even think it's worth playing in something like Baby Blounds or Firebox. High Darkness Energy. It's really good for dark decks because, yeah, I just like it in the decks. Maybe as a 2 or 3-of in like Eternatus or something. That's what I've been testing. So, yeah, we got that. So that's actually decent. I'd give that 2 stars, maybe 3. I don't know. I feel like in Darkness decks, it's a must. But it really just depends on how you're playing it. So maybe like I don't even know how to rate that. And then Powerful Colorless Energy. If there's a good colorless attacker, maybe like Salamence V or V-Max, maybe 3 stars. But if Salamence just turns out to be garbage, then it's a 1 star or not even valid. It's decent with Double though. Double V can be really, really strong with it. So I think that's about it. Overall, I feel like this set, except for maybe Eternatus and Crobat, not too bad of a set. I mean, Eternatus and Crobat, they just seem like too good. I'm sure, I don't even know, but like Eternatus seems like it could be just a card that everyone thinks is really good, but it's just garbage. Or it could be like Dragon Bolt, where people think it's good, and then it's really good. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Make sure to check out the Patreon, like this video, and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out, and we hope to see you next time. Thank you for watching.